Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Connecticut Sun as they go up against the Los Angeles Sparks. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops.
Here we go.
So the Sun win the tip. Now here's Cloud. She's guarded by Plum. Pass to Parks. Charles. The offensive rebound. Sheldon outside. Cloud. Back to Sheldon. The three. Hamby grabs the miss. And for the Connecticut Sun, their first year in the W was in 1999. They're still searching for that first title.
Connecticut has been so close, falling in the finals 4 times. A couple of those losses in heartbreaking fashion. Sun fans are very hungry for that banner.
Now here's Cloud. And we're about 1 minute into the first. Outside Charles. Connects from three-point range.
Such a confident player. Charles enjoys rising and firing as soon as she catches the pass.
Pass to Stevens. Back to Jackson. On the wing, Rakia Jackson. Another three for the Sparks.
Oh, some quick retaliation right there, huh, guys?
Yeah, it sure didn't take them long to go and get those 3 points back.
Here's Sheldon. And here's Parks. Three-pointer. Hamby grabs the miss. Left side, Jackson. From deep. And the Sparks, another three.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there. A big gap in the D.
Pass to Parks. From outside the arc. That's a miss. Her second after 2 shots.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 for 5 from the floor here early.
Here's Jackson. Another three for the Sparks.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
Now here's Cloud. Pass to Sheldon. Now Parks. To stop the run. Hamby grabs the miss. Jackson with the ball. Guarded now by Sheldon. From past the arc. Jackson, no good. Connecticut trailing. And one of the key cogs in Washington's 2019 title run, Natasha Cloud.
I mean, she was huge. The Mystics getting their first title with Cloud as the starting point guard. She's a bona fide clutch player, someone you want on the floor in big moments.
Inside, Charles really takes charge, gets physical, and doesn't let anything keep her from scoring.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points in the game.
They're off to an incredible start from long range.
Yeah, lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
Pass to Parks. Beyond the arc. And that comes off the assist by Natasha Cloud.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
On the wing, Rakia Jackson. Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Stevens. And that one good.
Yeah, they've got themselves in front right now with some outstanding shooting right off the bat. You like to see that aggression early on.
It's been just an absolute clinic at that end of the floor. They're filling it up. She is going to buy herself a ticket to the bench if she keeps shooting like she has this quarter so far.
Jackson outside. The three is up. It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, Ryan, that's 5 straight made three-pointers. The defense giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide-open threes, but they just aren't figuring it out.
You go out there and tell them, Brian.
Okay, maybe I will.
Back to Jackson. They get it again. Pass to Jackson. From the arc. And the Sparks, another three.
It's been a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. This is the start that coaches dream of.
Cloud outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And an overpowering first quarter effort, already a double-digit advantage. The Sparks on top, up by 12. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move into the second. And quite a position here for the Sparks to be in. What do you guys think?
It's simple. Not much has gone wrong for them offensively.
Very few bumps in the road as it's been an easy ride for them.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
They've given up so many threes today.
Their defensive rotations on the perimeter have been abysmal.
Outside Mabry. Great look, but off the mark.
I guess even she misses those easy opportunities once in a while.
The three, and the Sparks, another three.
Once again, the defense allowing her to get clean looks at three-pointers, and I don't know why. I mean, she continued to do some big-time damage from downtown.
It's Burton. Here's Ramsey. Pass to Allen. Now here's Mabry. From outside, off the mark.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burnt.
And you know, when Brink is on the floor, she adds multiple dimensions to this offense.
Her defense gets a lot of attention, but she does so much offensively. She's great in the post, she can spot up, and she's come a long way as a passer.
Burton can't hit. And now Jackson. 21 points in the game. For three. Score that one for her 8th field goal. 8 for 11, in fact, on an accurate night.
There's no excuse for leaving a shooter like her open beyond the arc. None.
Here's Ramsey. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Outside Mabry. Will it go? Nailed from three-point land.
Great play by Mabry. What an answer from beyond the arc.
Timeout called the Sparks. Now the Sparks with it. Jackson outside. Pass to Jackson. Here's the three. Drills it from outside.
Can they make some sort of defensive adjustment? Because guess what? She is killing them from three-point range.
And even when they have closed out on her, she's still knocking them down. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance we're seeing right now.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into this second quarter. Here's Jackson. Here's Hamby. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Tremendous work by Hamby, winning the rebound. She puts it right back up to the bucket.
Outside Mabry. Launches a three. And the Sun get it back. Takes the three. The Sparks grab the miss.
Her shooting numbers slipping this quarter.
Pass to Jackson. Jackson right side. Hamby with the ball. There's the three. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
Three-pointers are killing them, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Now here's Allen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her.
She's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
Jackson outside. Puts up a three. Another three for the Sparks.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Just trading punches from long range.
It's been a heavyweight fight.
Now here's Allen. To the inside. Here's Ramsey. Lets the three fly. Allen's shot is off. Jackson with the ball. 30 points in the game. Pass to Brink. Back to Jackson. Fires the three. And it's good. Rakia Jackson for three.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Mabry. 6 points for her. And she can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Jackson outside. Jacks up a three. And the Sparks another three.
A big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose, guys.
And that goes for both ends of the floor. They've been controlling the action everywhere.
Just dominant.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Sparks ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the final 2 quarters. And Jackson, a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, the threes have been falling for her at an incredible rate. That first half, absolutely ridiculous.
And here in the second, she's got to just keep taking them and keep making them. There is no reason for her to stop.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started. Now here's Jackson. Three-pointer Kelsey Plum. And the Sparks another three.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the threes.
Yeah, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it, non-existent.
And the three ball is good.
Keeping her eyes up and her options open. Natasha Cloud is surgical in her approach.
Count it.
She's up to her usual trick, shooting it well, scoring a lot of points, getting them in front.
Pass to Charles. Stevens grabs the board.
And not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them inside.
Jackson, no good.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And they're making this a runaway.
Yeah, the only question here for us to follow is how big the lead will eventually become.
The three-pointer is on target.
What a competitor. I mean, she's been looking for her shot all game long. and she's really shouldered the load for her team offensively.
Now here's Sheldon. She hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Sparks.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a hard time getting it going.
On the wing, Rakia Jackson. This one for three, and the Sparks another three.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely, the defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Now here's Cloud. Inside. Shot to stop the run. And no good trying to use the glass.
Their offense scuffling a bit in the second half, just 1 for 5.
Stevens, guarded by Charles. Three-pointer, Kelsey Plum. It's good from long range.
Everything they put up is falling in, and that score keeps climbing.
And that is one demoralized set of defenders out there.
Now here's Cloud. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Charles. Here's Jackson. And the Sparks, another three.
Her efficient scoring. A nice lift to their offense tonight.
Now here's Cloud. She's guarded closely. Charles. Clock at 6. And again, Connecticut no good.
Well, she wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards.
And the two-time sixth player of the year. You can't deny the impact of De'Erica Hamby.
Yeah, and now she's too good to win that award. You have to start Hamby, a huge part of the Aces' first title team in 2022. Really, to me, one of the most underrated and overlooked players in the league. How about that for a response?
We'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
Now here's Jackson. She's got 39. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so here's Connecticut. Cloud outside. Back to Sheldon. Pass to Charles. Cloud, guarded by Jackson. And it's Parks missing.
She just hasn't looked right. She hasn't. And something is off with her mechanics, I think.
Here's Jackson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, you know how a lot of people talk about flipping the switch? Well, her switch has definitely been flipped to on in this quarter, guys. I mean, just dominant scoring.
She's gone cold, and I'm not sure she's their best option offensively as they look to cut this deficit.
Jackson outside. Pass to Jackson. Plum. Fires from the corner. Again, the Sparks good for 2.
It's so nice to have somebody who can take charge, take the offense like she has.
Well, they got to be feeling good about having the ball in her hands right now. I mean, she's just making play after play.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. The Sparks on top, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Sun. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And it's Parks missing. And this has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Here's Jackson. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, they're getting their points now almost exclusively from three-point range. 4 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
And the defense practically giving them those shots.
And they'll take them.
Pass to Cloud. Releases from 15. And it's good off the back rim and in.
She has some old school to her game. Charles, not afraid of scoring in the in-between area of the court.
And here's Burrell. Let's go with a 3. And that's collected by Tina Charles. And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Back to Sheldon. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Don't underestimate Charles's playmaking ability. She's capable of making some advanced passes.
Pass to Brink. Jackson. Back to Sims. Now here's Jackson. For 3. Hits it from three-point range.
It has been a three-point barrage for them since halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been by design or by accident, but either way, it's been impressive.
Maybe the coach just went up to the locker room chalkboard and just put a number 3 out there.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Sims. Jackson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brink, the shot is good.
Fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
The Sun on offense. Here's Parks. The tray. Brink grabs the miss.
She keeps trying to force it up when she's guarded, and she's just getting brick after brick. Here's my suggestion. Move the ball around.
And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
She is not happy right now. You can tell she is really hurting.
That's a real shame. I mean, it's just hard to tell how serious it is right now, but I'm sure we'll have an update soon.
Cloud right side. Here's Parks. And again, Connecticut no good.
The defense has nothing to worry about out there with her shooting because she just can't dial it in from deep this half.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, they're not taking any chances. This is how you close a game out.
Just look how happy their coach is.
Charles, guarded by Russell. They need this. And it's Charles missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. She's not the player to give open looks to, but they got away with it that time.
2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. No good from outside. Now here's Cloud. She's covered by Sims. Now here's Cloud. And so it's the Sparks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were better basketball team by far.